Hello everybody, I'm Takeshy and it's time for a death battle actually, because I didn't do this for quite a while now. I mean, the last time was like 3 months ago, or I don't know when, and I only did like 2 or 3 episodes. I think it was 3 episodes of this, but I know that is a lot, and I saw this one pop up in my list. It's Naruto vs Ichigo, two of the characters I know quite well. Actually, I read the manga from beginning to end for both Naruto and both Ichigo. So I know what they are capable of, and if we would compare the two series, it would be easy to say which one is the winner, because Naruto is longer running and it ended properly, while Bleach had to cut off because of issues, both the manga and well the anime as well. But it's not about the series, it's about the two main characters, the two protagonists. So what they are capable of, what is gonna happen if they gonna fight? Well, obviously in this battle it seems there is not really, we don't really need a reason to fight, they just fight, that's all. Maybe there is some reason why they would do that, but let's see. If it's just Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, it is basically Ichigo's winning, obviously, because, well, Naruto is just a normal human, while Ichigo in his Grim Reaper form is basically a soul, and he cannot be perceived, he cannot be seen or be hit or anything. So even if Naruto would able to see him, his Bankai is fast as lightning, basically, just what they say. But I have the feeling this is not gonna be just the Naruto series, it's gonna continue with Shippuden, which is basically still Naruto. And I don't know anything about Boruto, that's one thing. But even with Shippuden's ending the war, well, that's when shit is going down. Naruto gets godlike powers, basically. Even if Ichigo has a ton of forms, Naruto is basically fighting a god, or one of the founders. Well, basically in god form, and he is invincible in that form. But he dodges all the attacks from faster than light sources, and he can even use Kurama. If you don't know, Kurama is an IT fox who lives inside Naruto, and they mix together the two. They fuse the two Kuramas. But basically, there is, obviously, this is spoiler territory. If you don't know Naruto or Ichigo, what are you doing here? But Naruto's father, the fourth Hokage, or the third, the fifth, that is confusing. I know Naruto's father fused one part of Kurama into himself and the other part into Naruto, and in the end they fused Kurama together. So Naruto gets total control, well, not control but friendship over Kurama, and he can fight all the beasts at once. He can fight a god. He has a ton of spirit power and chi, as they call it, obviously. But and he can dodge light speed attacks. And oh wait, there is that part when he is fighting against invisible foes in ethereal realm. So if they add the war part, it's Naruto's win. For sure. Sadly. Because no matter what Ichigo is gonna pull out, he has the normal form, Bankai. He has the hollow, obviously, the 2 million hollow forms, and yes, we know that he has inner souls as well, but that soul is inside his sword, not inside him. And I don't know if it's happening or not. Well, in the end he befriends them or mixes them together as well, just like Naruto, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Naruto had proper training, well, and Ichigo just had the talent for it, while Naruto didn't have it. We know that. Naruto was the weakest ninja in the Hidden Leaf in the beginning, but he fought himself up in the way, and Ichigo wasn't the best at all at the beginning. But there is one big part, even if they are gonna be equal or something, there is one big part of this. Ichigo can't hurt someone with more spirit power. We know that from basically the first season of Bleach. He couldn't even scratch his enemies, who had bigger spiritual powers. So yeah, I want to see Ichigo win, but it seems like he has no choice. He has no chance against Kurama. Not Naruto, Kurama. Well, basically the Nine-Tailed Fox. Naruto alone would be just fine. But let's see what they are adding. Maybe they are not adding the war, or maybe they are not researching everything, or maybe they know something that I don't. Who knows? I didn't watch all the fillers, so that can be something, and I didn't watch the movies, so they can add. Wait, there was some movies of Ichigo getting godlike powers for some several reasons, and there was his I don't know what it's called, but his ultimate form where he becomes one with his Zanpakuto. Oh, he becomes one with Zanpakuto. And that's how he gives off his powers for life. Maybe that's his chance to turn it, because that's the most powerful attack of his. I don't know, maybe his last form is more powerful? No, I don't think so, but we will see what they researched, and we will see what they think over this. So let's start this in 3, 2, 1 now. I already talked too much about this as an intro. DeathBattle! Oh, they have a new intro.
The Holy Shonen Trinity, the Big Three. Any longtime reader of Shonen Jump will recognize these, some of the biggest titles in manga and anime history.
And it's time for 2 of those shonen heroes to throw down.
What?
Naruto Uzumaki, ninja prodigy of the Hidden Leaf.
And Ichigo Kurosaki, the enormously powerful Soul Reaper from Bleach. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Okay.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
That can be something. I don't know anything about the games.
Konoha, the village hidden in the leaves,
We are starting with Naruto.
Town.
Not what I'd expect for a city full of ninja. Still, there was at least one troublemaker among the bunch. The
not just
#1
one.
knucklehead ninja, Naruto Uzumaki.
I'm home, everyone! Naruto Uzumaki has returned to the Hidden Leaf Village!
Orphaned at a young age and ostracized by his peers,
So they are adding
Naruto may have been mischievous,
Shippuden.
but he had great aspirations. His goal was to become the town's Hokage.
Which is a fancy word for ninja governor.
Well, basically
The only
true.
way Naruto could reach such a prestigious position was to excel in ninja school.
Like Ninja Harry Potter. Though he should
didn't
really
excel.
find a place that'll teach him not to dress like a clown and run like a real human being. What does he think he is? An airplane?
Yeah,
Actually,
probably.
his posture likely decreases wind resistance. which could be beneficial when moving at superhuman speeds where angular momentum is a small
But
factor.
no.
I remember when you ran like that in
There were
middle school.
researches
Hey,
of
that was
that.
for research.
It's
Sure whiz. Anyway,
It's not
while
faster,
Naruto
anyway,
wasn't the best
in any way.
student, he still tried his hardest to reach his goal. But first, he'd have to learn how to control his chakra.
Yep.
In Buddhism and Hinduism ideologies, chakras are, in simplistic terms, gates within the human body which
Oh yeah,
can be
they
open
don't have
to
chi, they
achieve
have chakra.
enlightenment. But
Fine,
the ninja in
same
Naruto's world
thing.
had a slightly different interpretation.
I'll say, they weaponized it. Naruto
Well, they are
can
not the
use
only
chakra
one.
for all sorts of flashy attacks. He can heal himself, seal monsters away, walk up walls, or even stand on water like a ninja Jesus.
He's
Well,
learned a number of chakra
I don't think
techniques
if
or
Naruto was
jutsus,
able to heal
Gesundheit,
himself,
and even
but
developed a
others
few new ones
could.
of his own.
The ultimate attack of Naruto
His
Uzumaki
signature
is
move
fucked.
is the Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Where he can copy and paste himself over and over
Well,
and over
that
again.
would be no
Unlike the standard
problem
clone
with
technique,
Ichigo
Shadow Clones are
itself, on
tangible with
itself.
their own combat capabilities. By dividing his chakra between himself and his clones, it's nearly impossible to distinguish the real Naruto from the fakes.
And he can get pretty tricky when he makes thousands of them. But when
That's true.
strategies can't save the day, he can always just beat his opponents down with the Rasengan.
Well, let's speak
By
about
spinning chakra
Rasengan.
in his hand,
It
Naruto
is
creates a compact ball of
weak.
energy which can blast through solid stone. While the
It's
Rasengan
not good
usually
against
takes
the
years
sword.
to learn, Naruto figured it out after training for just over a week.
He's invented more Rasengans than Willy Wonka's invented
But
candy.
he has some
But
of
his
them.
top pick is the
It can be
Rasen
used
Shuriken.
as a
By
ranged
combining the
Rasengan,
Rasengan
but
with the
still.
element of wind, he uses it to turn the spinning ball into a spinning blade. This baby can trap you in a vortex of wind so sharp, it'll mess you up at a
Yeah, and
cellular
he
level.
can use it only
Naruto has
3
plenty
times.
of other techniques up his orange sleeves, including summoning, substitution, and transformation jutsus. He can even transform into
Chick.
a naked woman.
Ho, ho, ho,
Yep.
ho! Looks like he's been studying. I guess that's one plus side to not having parents. You don't need to worry about anyone walking in on you.
While most individuals have chakra, everyone has a limit. The more physical and
And
spiritual
this is the
energy one
troublesome
possesses,
part.
the more chakra they'll have at their disposal.
Just like the gas tank from a chainsaw.
Oh wow, that's
Thanks
a
to his
huge
heritage,
chainsaw.
Naruto already has a great deal of chakra. Even still, he has far more than he reasonably should, all thanks to the beast within.
The
Yeah, he's
beast
got a
within
monster in
indeed.
his stomach.
Let's backtrack a few years. On the day of Naruto's birth, his village was attacked by a chakra beast known as the Nine-Tailed Fox. A monster so destructive, a mere swing of its tails could level a mountain. In desperation, the Hokage at the time sacrificed himself to split the Nine Tails in two, sealing one half within his own son, Naruto.
And this
So his
led
first
a
ever
lot of
birthday gift to
trauma
his
for
son
him.
was a giant pet fox that can destroy cities? I wish he was my dad.
Eventually, Naruto discovered how to communicate with the Nine Tails.
They didn't get along at first.
No, they
Foxy would
didn't.
threaten to eat Naruto. Naruto would whack him over the head with a big shrine gate. You know, typical roommate drama. Still, they eventually became friends, and Naruto learned the fox's name was Kurama.
Afterward, Kurama willingly shared his chakra with Naruto on a regular basis. And as a being composed of chakra, Kurama's reserves are gigantic.
With so much power at his fingertips, Naruto can enter a bunch of different super forms.
Indeed.
First up is Sage Mode, which sounds like something he'd learned from an old wise man or wizard,
No,
right? Nope,
it's
he learned it
it's from
a
our
frog.
code.
This state
course,
increases
that's
all of
safe.
Naruto's physical abilities. Furthermore, Sage Mode allows Naruto to perceive the entire area around him and tap into naturally occurring energy via Senjutsu.
He can enhance his chakra attacks by adding natural energy, but if he's not careful, he'll turn into a frog. No,
Yep.
I'm not kidding.
With Kurama's chakra,
It is
Naruto can enter
cooperation.
multiple tailed beast forms, which drastically increases physical prowess and energy output.
Best of
But
which is
he
the
loses his
Nine-Tails
control.
chakra mode. Flame on!
Unless
it got
it's
even better
this
when he
buff.
befriended Mr. Fox, upgrading to the stronger, faster, tougher Kurama chakra mode.
Chakra Mode grants Naruto extra protection, a sense for negative emotions, and the ability to create additional chakra arms.
Whoa, that's a lot of hands. Gotta wonder what kind of things he
These
does
people are
with those,
creating
right?
at least 9
Overwhelming attacks,
chakrams.
extra
Yeah,
maneuverability,
at least.
creating Rasen Shurikens, the works.
Yeah, that's not what I was. Ah, creepy tiny head.
He can also shroud himself in a Nine-Tails-sized avatar and use Kurama's ultimate attack, the Tailed Beast Bomb. So destructive it can level a mountain range.
Yeah, these are the
And for
parts
his
that I
final
didn't
form,
watch in the
spoiler
anime.
time.
I was
Pay
too
attention,
bored
'cause,
by the
yeah.
fillers they put into it every
All this
single
chakra
time.
stuff started with an alien named Kaguya, who ate a fruit which basically
There we
created
go.
chakra. Later, she got all murder happy, so her son stopped
Here
her.
comes the god
One
mode.
of these sons, the Sage of Six Paths, had his own son named Ashura, and Naruto is a reincarnation of him. So yeah, Naruto's kind of an alien.
Through this connection, Naruto was
Kinda.
gifted the most divine form of energy, Six Paths Chakra. With it, he can enter Six Paths Sage Mode.
His
I just
strength
call it
gets
God mode.
boosted even more. He can fly, and he can use truth-seeking balls, which are orbs of chakra that can transform into weapons and destroy anything they touch.
He can combine all these forms and further add natural energy to his Kurama avatar to form Six Paths Ashura Kurama Sage Mode. Whew.
Good God, that's a confusing amount of forms.
It is.
Anyway, Naruto is also an expert in hand-to-hand combat. He
Well,
could run
I
faster
wouldn't
than
call
the
it
eye could see
expert.
when he was just 12 years old.
He's dodged a lightning speed punch from the 4th Raikage, a feat considered comparable to his father, who could teleport.
He even dodged this light-speed loogie.
According
There
to
we
the
go.
4th data book, this Light Fang attack does indeed move at light speed, over 670 million miles per hour.
He's tough enough to survive getting stabbed, have his soul ripped out, or get smacked in the face with a beam that can slice the frickin' moon apart.
Oh.
He's fought multiple tailed beasts at once, lifted a statue weighing several hundred tons, survived a fall from the clouds, gone toe-to-toe with invisible limbo shadows, and pulverized 6 falling meteorites
what I was talking
simultaneously.
about before.
His chakra is so tough he can power through Amaterasu, a fire
Oh yeah,
jutsu
he
with
did.
flames so strong they burn other flames.
He could even make new eyeballs for blind people. What's
Yeah,
up
that was
with
ki-
Oh,
that was
and in
kinda
his final
stupid
fight
part
with
in this. I
rival
don't
and
know how
possibly
he did
closet
that.
boyfriend Sasuke, their opposing power was so great they obliterated miles upon miles of land, changing the weather and disintegrating a lake.
Only then, after defeating Sasuke, saving the world from Kaguya, and reuniting the split halves of Kurama, Naruto finally achieved his dream and became Hokage.
He
But
did.
he's still pretty dumb. I mean, he named his son Burrito.
Boruto.
Yeah, close enough.
Close enough.
I'm not gonna run away. I never go back on my word. That's my ninja.
My ninja
My
way.
ninja way.
Shinigami. It may sound like a foreign word to some, but you all know what it is.
We know.
The Death God, the Grim Reaper of Souls.
And a 17-year-old ginger with a badass sword.
Ichigo Kurosaki seemed like a pretty normal kid growing up, doing well in school and learning martial arts from his
Was
father.
that
Except
martial
there
arts?
was one
That kind of,
little
but-
oddity. He could see ghosts.
Oh, it's like the kid from The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
One day when he was 9 years old and walking home with his
Kinda.
mother, young Ichigo noticed what he thought was a girl about to fall into a river.
So
It was a.
naturally, he ran over to rescue her like the brave little kid he was.
Except it wasn't really a girl at all. It was a hollow, a monster spawned from an abandoned human soul, and it promptly killed his mother.
Well,
Bummer. Reminds me of how I lost my poor mama Boomstick. Oh, she always hated that ghost in the barn.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
Ichigo
sure.
remained ignorant of the truth until years later, when he met a woman named Rukia, who held the illustrious job title of Shinigami, or Soul Reaper, a guardian of the dead who keeps balance in the universe by helping those who have passed move on to the afterlife. Otherwise, they'd turn into violent hollows.
And if you show up late to work and it doesn't work out, the Soul Reaper can always cut hollows down with their awesome swords. Like
That's true.
Samurai Ghostbusters. Anyway, the two of them got into a bind, and Rukia had to share some of her power with Ichigo.
By
Turns
stabbing
out he
her,
was a
him
surprise
into
Soul
half.
Reaper all along. Convenient.
When accessing his Shinigami power, Ichigo leaves his physical body for a new one made up of Reishi, or spiritual
And
matter,
also
which
Naruto
makes him
can just
invisible to
kill
anyone
the
in the living
normal
world,
body,
despite still
and
being physically present.
he's kinda dead.
And his new powers make him super deadly. He can move with blinding speed, cut through giant monsters with ease, survive being punched through whole city blocks, and even fly through the air.
It's more accurate to say he walks through the air, using
Well,
naturally occurring
true.
Reishi as footholds.
But let's get to the dicey part of his getup. That awesome sword. It's a Zanpakuto, a blade connected to its owner's
The
soul.
first Zanpakuto
It may
was
look like
so
an oversized steak
inconvenient.
knife, but it's a Soul Reaper's best friend.
Every Shinigami possesses a Zanpakuto spirit within themselves, which manifests as their sword. Ichigo's is called Zangetsu. Well, both of them are.
Oh, here we go. Strap in, because this shit's about to get crazy.
Ichigo actually has 2 different Zanpakuto spirits drawn from
Indeed.
his weird and confusing heritage.
Alright, so long story short, Ichigo's a Soul Reaper because his dad is too. But he's also part Quincy, which is a
Yeah,
human with crazy powers,
he's mixed
because
up in
that's
everything.
what his mom was. But he's also part Hollow because his mom was possessed by a Hollow called White, and White got passed on to him when he was born. Oh, and he's also part Fullbringer, but nobody cares about Fullbringers.
No, please.
One of Ichigo's inner spirits is a manifestation of his Quincy side inherited from his mother,
I didn't
while
like
the
that
other is a
Fullbringer part.
fusion of his Shinigami power and the Hollow. Unfortunately, Shinigami and Quincy go together like oil and water.
While
And everything
trying to
else
find a balance
goes
between
like
these
that.
2 sides, Ichigo learned plenty of neat techniques, like his bread and butter attack, the Getsuga Tensho.
Indeed. It's like the biggest first slash.
By concentrating his Reiatsu, or spiritual pressure, through his sword, Ichigo can launch a massive slashing attack.
Call it like it is, Wiz. It's a sword beam.
Uh,
And Ichigo
it
can
is.
charge it up, fire from up close, or even blast 2 of them at once.
From his Quincy side, Ichigo has used Blut Vina, a temporary defense which grants inhuman durability.
It's
From his
temporary,
Shinigami
sadly.
training, he developed exceptional sword skills and learned Shunpo, or Flash Step, which greatly enhances his speed.
But there's one really big deal we haven't talked about yet.
Which he shouts
Over the
thousands
course
of
of his
times.
career battling hollows and protecting his friends, Ichigo has attained many different superpowered forms,
Indeed.
starting with the base Shinigami form, Shikai. Despite essentially being Ichigo's base, this form is strong enough to block an attack from the Sokyoku, said to have power equal to 1 million Zanpakuto.
The next step was Bankai. Normally it takes 10 years to reach this form, but Ichigo did it in just 2 days, like a boss.
But it was
When using
quite
Bankai, one's power can grow anywhere from
dangerous
5 to
task.
10 times greater. And according to the official databook, while in Bankai, Ichigo moves like lightning.
Wait, why
Like
does his sword
lightning,
shrink
okay.
when he goes Bankai? Shouldn't it be bigger since he's stronger?
Technically, yes, but Ichigo can control its size to keep it more manageable. If Shinigami couldn't minimize their blades, some would have swords the size of skyscrapers.
Awesome! Anyway, the Hollow inside wanted a piece of the action too, so Ichigo gained a new power boost with a swoopy Hollow mask. This form is strong enough to lift 5 iron pillars, each weighing nearly 100 tons.
Though if he's not careful, the Hollow can take control of his body, sending him into a violent berserker state commonly referred to as Vastolorde. Despite the lack of consciousness, Vastolorde Ichigo could heal quickly and was strong enough to overcome Ukiura, who's powerful enough to nuke a city.
After some quality training with his dad, Ichigo got a sort of second Bankai, which most people call Dangai Ichigo.
Oh.
In this form, he shattered mountains without even trying. He broke through the Black Coffin attack, which distorts time and space, which sounds like a black hole. Right after that, he survived a shot so friggin' big, the explosion could be seen for
Yeah,
miles.
he has
By
kind
comparing
of
this
big
crater to those
defenses.
left by real-life bomb tests, I'd estimate the attack to have a maximum explosive yield of 814 kilotons of TNT. That's like
It's a
Ichigo
lot.
surviving 54 little boys to the face.
But it's not as
No,
much
no,
as...
I meant the bomb from 1945, not the, oh god.
Oh god.
Well,
I see what
try
they
as
are
those
laughing at.
little boys might. All it did to Ichigo was burn his arm, and he didn't even care. This guy isn't the type to give up.
For his ultimate attack, Dangai Ichigo literally becomes the Getsuga Tensho itself. I know that's confusing, but just roll with it. To summon the incredibly powerful Mugetsu.
He sacrifices
Which
his
busted up
powers
one
for
of
it.
the biggest baddies in the whole series. But it also sacrificed all of Ichigo's powers. Well, that's a raw deal, but 17 months later, he managed to get them back with Fullbringer
No,
powers,
that's
which enhanced
different
his physical
skill.
abilities. But then he lost those two.
It's worth noting that while in Fullbring Shikai, his normal sword swings were as strong as his old Getsuga Tensho.
But he still didn't give up. After training with some top-tier Soul Reapers and eating some food which gave him Super Reiatsu, the moment came. In the most epic quenching of all time, an entire sea disintegrated to form his new true Shikai, complete with not one, but two Zangetsu swords.
Well,
Finally
he has
balancing
two
the Shinigami, the
Zangetsus.
Hollow, and the Quincy within, Ichigo had reached his full potential. He tamed his Vastolorde form, merging it with his Quincy side. In this form, he can combine his Getsuga Tensho with one of the strongest Hollow attacks, the Gran Rey Sero.
He also made a trip that normally takes a week in only 9 hours and 15 minutes.
And last but not least, he achieved a brand new level of Bankai.
Just like
Which was
every
immediately
time.
crushed by some old dude who planned to destroy the universe named... Ewok?
Ewok.
Ewok?
It's probably
Ewok.
inspired by the Hebrew name for God, Yahweh, and the katakana ends with a sharp k sound, so... Yowok?
Yeah, what you gonna
Yeah,
do?
it's not
Well, we can
that
assume
easy to
this
say.
Bankai worked similar to his old ones, increasing his physical speed and strength along with his Ryatsu tenfold. Even without his Bankai, he still cut Mustache Man to shreds.
And then he lived happily ever after.
it
Until
was-
his kid became a Soul Reaper.
Yeah, what'd he name him? Ichigo?
What?
No.
No, it's Kazui.
Ah, I might have got it mixed up with the other, Enchilada Kid or whatever.
Close enough.
Now I'm Ichigo Kurosaki, substitute Soul Reaper. And I'm combining my powerful spirit energy with this blade in order to
Again,
protect
I
my
think
friends.
Ichigo is faster than Naruto, but
All right, the combatants
Naruto
are
has
set.
too much
Let's
sword
end this
power.
debate once and for all.
But first, did you know that Naruto and Ichigo are named
yeah,
after
I
food?
knew.
Maybe you can find them in your next punch from Blue Apron.
Blue Apron? Oh, it's a
Grandpappy
advertisement
Boomstick
time.
always said that nothing in life is better than good food and making something with your own two hands. And Blue Apron is both those things
Okay,
combined.
they get a
Blue
big
Apron is
box.
the #1 fresh
That's
ingredient
actually
and recipe
nice.
delivery service in the country. All ingredients arrive right to your door, guaranteed fresh and ready to cook.
It's better than eating fast food, plus it's affordable. Blue Apron is less than $10 per person per meal.
Oh,
Choose
okay.
from a variety of recipes and get the meals that sound good to you. The ingredients are perfectly proportioned and the instructions are easy to follow. I mean, even Boomstick can do it.
Hey, watch it or you're not getting any of the next meal I make when it arrives.
Well, then I'll make the crispy wild Alaskan pollock and garlic mashed potatoes with roasted broccoli and tartar sauce myself. And if you're worried about variety, don't bother. Recipes are not repeated within the year, so you'll never get bored. Check out this week's menu and get $30 off your first order with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/battle.
You'll love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait.
That's
That looks nice.
blueapron.com/battle.
Blue
But I
Apron,
wouldn't
a better
get
way
full
to
with
cook.
it.
But
For
right
sure.
now, it's time for a death battle!
So let's see. Who is gonna win? And can Naruto even sense Ichigo coming?
What's that energy? Is that a hollow?
No, it's a human you.
I sense a presence. Naruto, wake up.
Okay, he sees him.
Whoa, he's invisible!
Or not. But he
can't see me.
hears it.
Good.
Again, they need no reason to fight.
Quit running, coward!
Naruto, keep moving. I'll direct you.
You're dead!
That's it? Wait, oh, okay, yes. I forgot about
I see you.
Believe! Well, that was your only chance, Ichigo.
Getsuga! Tetsuo!
It is fast paced. That's for sure. And they would take a good fight. Really? Yeah, that wouldn't just face now Ichigo, the naked woman.
Not
He has
bad,
seen
but I'm
them.
still gonna beat your ass.
I saw Kurama.
Is that the best you can do?
Oh, Mugetsu?
Mugetsu!
Is that enough? That's the question. No, it isn't. And you only have one chance of using that. What are you gonna do with the stick? And that is overdoing it, Naruto. That is overdoing it. Well, it's better to go for a save.
Screw you, bastard!
That is overdoing it.
Who was that guy?
And he's just
Damn,
sitting in the comment.
even without his powers, Ichigo never gave up. What a badass.
Sorry, Bleach fans, I know you all really wanted to win, but unfortunately, this wasn't it.
No.
Naruto had better
I knew
training,
it.
a broader arsenal, and a better healing factor. And Ichigo's invisible ghost body didn't really matter.
Shinigami may be invisible, but they're still present in the physical realm and can be touched by normal people. Kurama can locate individuals by simply sensing their emotions, and Naruto's even seen his own soul before.
And with Six
Oh,
Paths
yeah,
power,
that-
he could see
that
and
actually
fight
makes sense.
Madara's limbo clones, even though they were on a totally separate plane of existence.
Also keep in mind that while Chakra and Reishi have fairly different uses, they both contain spiritual energy.
Let's talk speed. Naruto can dodge light speed attacks and can move faster than lightning. A lightning bolt's
Indeed.
return stroke is 220 million miles per hour, about 1/3 the speed of light. Ichigo has also displayed lightning fast speeds, and even greater.
Near the end of the series, Ichigo took a trip that should have taken 7 days, but instead took 9 hours and 15 minutes.
It's likely Kirigi here was referencing his accomplice's speed, like Ichibei, who can knock his foes 2,440 miles away and appear next to him in a second. Yuachi guy beat him by going twice as fast, so we'll use that as Ichibei's limit.
With that, we can get the trip's total distance and conclude Ichigo's top speed is
Here we go.
319 million
Massive.
miles per hour. That's massively hypersonic, but not quite light speed.
Still, there's a difference between travel speed and reaction speed, as Naruto's already shown. Comparing them directly, Ichigo's best reaction should clock in at around 970 million miles per hour, 40% faster than light speed and Naruto's reaction time. Alright, point for Ichigo.
Okay.
Speed alone
Yes, he
wasn't
is still
enough, though,
faster.
especially since Naruto's Sage powers gave him superb field awareness, making it difficult for Ichigo to land a fatal blow.
If he could even land something fatal at all.
Ichigo has always had a tough time damaging foes who have stronger spiritual energy.
There we go.
With that said,
biggest
let's compare
point of
his
this.
Ryatsu to Naruto's chakra.
Bad news is, across both of them, the only multiplier we know for sure is Ichigo's times 10 Bankai. The times 10 is difficult to achieve, but for Ichigo's sake, let's assume he gets the maximum possible boost from every transformation.
His other forms likely don't boost his stats this much. For example, when he used his Hollow Mask to barely overpower an Arankar, the situation and its results were similar to his then comparable Shinigami friends releasing their limiters, which gave
That's
each
true.
of them a boost of times 5. However, let's give the benefit of the doubt and apply the maximum times 10 increase to all of Ichigo's forms that clearly increased his fighting
Well, I
potential,
don't think
as
that's
well
the
as stack them,
best
even though many
thing,
forms were
but
in
you-
separate unconnected power sets.
For the sake of argument,
But
we're
still.
deliberately overestimating Ichigo's power. You'll see why.
So here's our formula, but where do we start? Okay, Bankai Ichigo with his Hollow Mask was on par with Ukiyora's first transformation, correct?
Well, nearly.
Ukiora states his new form can destroy the city of Las Noches in the hollow world of Huecomundo.
What's
Okay.
that, like Mexican hell?
Well, there is a wall.
For-
Las Noches is square in shape and takes 3 days to walk from one corner to a gate in the center of the wall. So it has a total area of 200,000 square miles.
That's bigger than California, and destroying it in one go needs over 400,000 megatons of TNT.
So
Okay.
plug that into the formula and there you have it. Ichigo's Ryatsu is equal to over 440 billion megatons of TNT.
Thankfully, Naruto's chakra level is much easier to figure out.
His chakra was once extracted and burst a hole through the hollow moon. He survived the explosion, and it was explicitly said that this was nearly all of his chakra.
And
Most
it
of his
is
chakra
way
has
still
been siphoned off.
bigger.
By measuring the aftermath from both sides, we found the blast to equal at least 480 billion megatons of TNT, 40 billion more than Ichigo.
And don't forget, we were deliberately overestimating him.
Also, this was base form Naruto, not including any increases from additional modes, which allowed him to block an attack that cut the moon in half, a force that had to be over 27 trillion megatons. This proves Naruto can both output and survive a blast stronger than Ichigo is capable of.
If you're
I agree.
thinking, wait, Boomstick, Ichigo survived a black hole in a box. That move doesn't really work like a black hole.
Plus, the 814 kiloton Frager blast did hurt him immediately after, so it must have been weaker than that.
But Wiz, weren't Kaguya and Waka Waka planet busters? Don't they scale to him?
Nope. Kaguya's planet-busting attack required chakra from nearly the entire Earth's population, not just her own. And while Yuok's power was pretty OP, he couldn't destroy the world through his own destructive capability. He only planned to manipulate the delicate balance between life and death by stopping the flow of souls. Like a plate spinning on a stick. If one side gets too heavy, the whole thing comes crashing down.
To sum it up, Ichigo had the speed, they both had the guts, and Naruto had the strength, durability, training, and abilities for days. Naruto sure got the shonen jump on
The
Ichigo.
shonen jump.
The winner is Naruto Uzumaki.
Well,
Stick around, we're about to announce the
can I
combatants
say?
for the next death battle.
And if you want to watch exclusive commentary on this episode,
okay, do I wanna watch what's the next
battle?
battle?
Try to grab
No,
one of
I
the
don't.
shirts, too.
Next time. I stopped the video. I don't really care what's the next time because I'm not gonna go in timeline here. I just go randomly. I just watch. So Naruto vs Ichigo power up, and I already see some on the side that I think they might be interesting. I only see the titles, not the pictures, just as you saw from before. But I was right. Naruto won. Obviously, he has much greater spiritual power. But let's talk about his transformation. Ichigo has fought a lot of women who had the skimpiest of skimpy outfits. Well, if you can even call them outfits, because the Rankas basically didn't really wear clothing, they were just bones. But still, they revealed nearly as much as Naruto there, and obviously Naruto's transformation always causes smoke effects. The sensor, which is, I don't know if they see it or not, but it wouldn't really phase Ichigo. She has fought many women before. That's the only thing that was, why would he do it? Well, obviously he thought it was against a man, but still. Again. And don't forget, they only said there are 3 great shonen jumps. Well, I wouldn't call it a shonen manga, but or anime, but I'm pretty sure that Detective Conan has more episodes than even One Piece at this point. Well, One Piece has like 800 right now, and I stopped at like 600, so I have a lot to catch up on that as well. And I don't intend to watch Boruto, or Burrito as they said. But I was right about this. Well, it was kinda obvious from the power levels, as they say. They had a good fight until Naruto went into God mode, basically. That was his only chance. But still, Ichigo could have won by surprise, but Naruto's new powers are too OP. We all know that. And he is the greatest ninja of all times just now. sadly, or not sadly, who knows? The manga was great for both. I was kinda confused by both of the end, for both Naruto, both Bleach, because they tried to fit in a lot of information into one small part. Well, I don't say the war was small, because there were like parts where, oh, do something. No, nothing happens in one episode. Why? There were a lot of well, it's I wouldn't call it episodes, chapters. That's what we should call it, because I read the manga. But there was nothing happening in both Naruto and Ichigo, only just some remembering back or something like that. But that happened. I was right. I don't know if it's good or bad if I was right, but Naruto was the better of them all. But let's see what's gonna happen next. I don't know. I'm gonna watch one of them, but not now. Maybe next week. But thank you for watching, and I hope you liked it. And I hope you are agreeing with this DeathBattle's results, because I do. I can't get enough power to Ichigo to kill a god, basically. But that's it. See you next time. Bye.